Great day. If it's your first time watching one of my live broadcasts or catching this on the replay, my name is Tabitha Christopher of TabithaChristopher.com. My company founded the Mind Style Makeover Bootcamp, also known as MSMBC. It is a character and resilience building training program that provides students in college, high school, and middle school with a roadmap to succeed academically, athletically, socially, and emotionally. Tonight, we're going through the 5 practical ways to overcome college stress and boost your resilience. Hello, Erica. Hello, Sergio. Just so you all know, if you see me looking down and up, I do have a script that I'm reading off of to keep me on track. And then I'm also live on YouTube on my laptop that's right below the eye line of the phone that's on Instagram. Hello, he's always acting. Who is this? Tell me your name. I don't recognize the face. All right, you guys, we're going to jump right in. It's going to be a really quick one. So yesterday, if you missed part 1, go ahead and check that one out. Part 1 of the ways of overcoming college stress was dealing with managing time effectively. Tonight, we're going to be talking briefly about building a support system. This is massive. And what my goal is to provide you with these practical tips that you can implement immediately. So step number 1 in building your support system is identify your network. Identify your network. Friends, mentors, your professors, counselors, your parents, all right? If you have an amazing, healthy relationship with your parents, my goodness, include them in there. And if you're on the struggle bus with any one of these relationships, whether it's friends, well, let me just go back to this. Friends, mentors, professors, counselors, family members, you want to look at making sure that your value system aligns. Your value system align. You share the same moral codes, right? So this makes it easier for you to be able to trust, to be able to confide when you have situations that come up that you want to talk deeply about and not feel weird or afraid that information you don't want to get out gets out because you're talking to someone who doesn't align with your moral code. Okay. Step number 2 in building a support system is schedule regular check-ins with your trusted friend, peer group to share what challenges and you guys can brain build together on what solutions can be implemented to help you to continue to have a solution focused mindset, not one that's of complaining. So this is very important. Again, starting with making sure that your value systems are aligned. You don't want to be around a whole bunch of complainers. Okay? If you find that your friend group is they're always complaining or they're gossiping or they're doing things or they're engaging in activity that's opposite of producing life and life abundantly and they're solution focused oriented with their mentality, if they're opposite of any of that, that's not a support system. That's only going to add to the overwhelming stress that you're already experiencing in college life. Make sense? All right. So then again, step number 2, schedule regular check-ins with your trusted friend or peer group to share challenges and brain build together on what solutions you put into place so that you can continue your growth forward and upward. And then step number 3 is utilize your campus resources. Utilize your campus resources, such as support groups or mental health services for professional guidance. Again, just because it's labeled professional and they have gone through years and years and years of study in psychology, etc., it is still very important that you first find out what is the value system of this individual, of this professional. Because I have found in my own personal experiences in following these suggestions on campus, I would run into professionals that their moral code did not align with my own. And in fact, I ended up being a support to that professional and they got more help than what they were able to give me. And I'm not here to toot my own horn. No, that's only by the grace of God. Okay. So, very important that when you engage to utilizing campus resources, do some research on them, do some digging, and then come and have a list of questions for you to ask, and questions that would involve real life scenarios of how society would typically respond to them, and how your personal conviction, how you would respond to them, and engage with them and say, hey, I'm looking to utilize campus resources because I want to make sure that whenever I'm experiencing overwhelm, before I get to that stage of burnout, or to help me come down from burnout, I want to know who I can come to help me navigate through those challenging times. But before I choose you, I would like to know that we actually have an understanding as it pertains to certain morals of how we go about in living life, just so that the relationship is able to build without any added stress, because we're not in the same playing field. And you can dress up that conversation how you see fit with your personality, and how you would execute that conversation with that professional. And if they're open to you asking those questions, then that's a really good sign. If they're like, well, the buck stops with me, so whether you agree with my moral codes or not, they're becoming defensive. That's your answer right there. You can just politely say thank you so much for your time and excuse yourself. And you may end up finding resources within your local church. I don't know what your faith is. And for me, that's where I utilize most of my resources, because unfortunately, the college campuses that I was at, most of the professionals didn't align with my belief system. And hey, um, didn't didn't wasn't upset with him about it. It was just good for us to have that awareness. So then that led me to know who I could engage with. That when I do have an issue that I'm facing, I know the response that I'm going to get. It's going to help to sharpen my faith and my belief system in the Lord as a born again believer. And so that, I hope those tips you found helpful. And coming back tomorrow around the same time, we're going to go into the third way of overcoming college stress and boosting your resilience with healthy habits. All right, if this was helpful for you, let me let you know this is a good time for you to share, like, and save the video. That way more college students will be able to get access to being able to see it and get the help that they need in their time of dealing with overwhelm with college stress. All right, God bless, and I'll see you guys soon tomorrow.